Today we will go through the steps of writing, not just writing a thesis or assignment, but any type of writing on any topic. You need to write your thesis or essay. Need a white paper? Here is the white paper. Now you can get it done? I wish it was that simple. When you start writing, you face your biggest fear, the white paper. You want to start writing, but you have no clue from where to start. Most people consider writing is the easiest part of their study. I consider writing is hard and takes a long time. I saw many native English speakers taking years to write their thesis. Many think writing relies only on language, but the fact is, writing relies on your knowledge and if you have enough data to write. But why many people struggle to write? First, I could see they didn't write anything during their lab work, which made writing even harder. Because you start to forget the details of what you were doing in the lab at the start of your work as the time passes. Second, they are not organized. They read a few papers, then they start writing the introduction before any other part. After a few pages, they discover their supervisor removed most of what they wrote because it was irrelevant to the scope of their study. Let's start together steps you should consider during writing. We saw before we split all projects into sections, method, results, and so on. Now in each section, you will need to set points. For example, when you reach the time to write your introduction, start by setting points that you covered in your discussion section. Try to zoom into your topic, meaning start from general broad angle and the principles of the topic, then move further into your point of the study. For example, if you want to write about protein, start by writing about protein definition, nature, and the methods used in protein synthesis. After you set all ideas or points that covers all angles of your study, start by writing a couple of sentences under each point. Use bold font and a different color for each point. Each time you read something you want to write about, go back and add it under the related point. The key to successful writing is reading. You need to read and a lot. You need to have good knowledge of the topic you want to write about. Every time you read some findings, before start writing about these findings, you need to think about the reasons behind mentioning these findings. Is it related to your work? Did you discuss it in your work? Remember, you need to stick to the points relevant to the idea you want to convey. Read a lot, but write what is important and relevant. Usually you write over a course of time. You start writing certain findings from another work, then you come back after a few weeks and you write it again. You can forget, which is normal. This is why you must come later to organize and remove any repetition under each point. Remember, some readers have no idea about what you are writing, but others do, and they are very good at picking other people's mistakes. Make sure the information you give is correct or don't mention it at all. Also, make sure all values are consistent throughout the draft. You need to be consistent when you are using units, values, and related information. For example, if you are reporting a range of your results between 10 and 15, you don't come in the middle of your work and write the range is between 11 and 15. This will confuse the readers or make them doubt the accuracy of your results, and you definitely don't want this to happen. Take a thoughtful look at your work and introduction part. Think, is anything missing? Add any missing information. Missing information that completes the picture of your work helps in increasing the number of words. But remember, be concise and give each point its share of writing. Let's go back again to writing tips. It's all about writing, isn't it? First, between each chapter, insert a section break. This will allow you to insert a different header for each chapter. Second, use the insert button to insert figures or images for higher resolution. Third, for figures or tables, Use insert caption. That will make it easier numbering figures automatically. And remember to cross-reference them in the context as well. So, whenever you move a figure, pause, the caption and the text will be updated. Fourth, the most important advice that many people refuse to follow is to look at examples of other people's work, how did they write and organize their thesis. Even some supervisors refuse to give you other students' theses. They are afraid you may copy it. But the truth is that when you look at other people's work, you are likely to avoid their mistakes. You will see a mixture of many writing experiences, which strengthen your writing to your work. Creativity is essential, but creative people look at others before they create their own signature. It's easy for everyone to advise others to avoid plagiarism, but let's see how you can avoid it. Let me give you one tip. To be efficient in writing and to avoid plagiarism, read the work you want to write about. Then put it aside and write about it without looking. Write what you understand from this work. You will come with new words of your own, which will help you in creating a free plagiarism context. You need to know you are likely to get plagiarism if you are reading the abstract and conclusion sections only. Don't read the abstract and the conclusion only. Then try to summarize. Read the whole work. You will have enough information to write about. Also, if you want to quote someone's words, remember to reference them properly. But the fact is, in science writing, people don't like to quote much, so try to avoid it. Equations can give you false plagiarism, so remember to remove them before you use plagiarism checker. When using people's figures, you have to change the caption. Use online checker for plagiarism, and here is one of the plagiarism online checker.